I've known ever since I was a little girl that I was going to come to the University of Iowa.
I've always been a Hawkeye fan my entire life.
I knew that this was a place that I could thrive and really get involved.
I wanted to make sure that if I chose a college campus, I wasn't just a college kid invading the town for 9 months of the year. I really wanted to feel incorporated with downtown life and on campus.
It's really inviting and welcoming. And also we have so many award-winning trees. Nobody talks about the trees. I talk about the trees though.
Being a Hawkeye to me means being a part of a greater whole, but it also means your family.
Everyone here is so creative and talented.
I think the saying like, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye is so true.
You just really get that sense of camaraderie.
It's like having a hug that will never let go and will carry on with you throughout the rest of your life.
The community that I felt here has just been awesome for all 4 years and really something that I've enjoyed being a part of.
For me, it's family, it's community, it's the Iowa Wave, Caitlin Clark.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history?
40 years from now, I'm gonna be like, well, I technically knew her by association.
My earliest memory was going to an Iowa football game.
The Penn State-Iowa game where we knocked off Penn State. That's probably my favorite. Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
It really has been this Iowa community that has pushed me to just try everything, to be bigger than what I thought I could be when I first came to Iowa.
You can have an impact on people and you might not even realize it, even from the little things that you do, just like saying hi to people and getting to know them, to like leading dance marathon and raising $1.45 million.
There's something so magical about the University of Iowa. Everyone that you'll meet is willing to talk to you, everyone's willing to help you. Everyone wants to see the best for you.
Thank you to my parents. They have believed in me, they have supported me, they've listened to me.
I'm a first-generation student, so my parents made a lot of sacrifices for me to go to college, and so I really appreciate them.
You're my biggest support system and my rock.
I get like emotional talking about it.
Thanks to my sister and my brother-in-law for also being really supportive to me throughout all of college, especially when Dance Marathon came around. It was really great to have you guys.
Thank you to my sister Sasha for sitting through this commencement ceremony.
Thank you so much to the faculty and other mentors here on campus who helped shape me as an artist and shape my professional career.
You guys mean more to me than you will ever know, and I cherish you all and love you all very deeply.
Please be seated. Welcome, everyone. My name is Amanda Tyne, and I'm Associate Provost for Graduate and Professional Education and Dean of the Graduate College here at the University of Iowa. I am honored and delighted to greet all of you who've gathered here today to celebrate this important occasion. Congratulations, class of 2024. I'm so pleased to welcome you to the Spring 2024 Carver College of Medicine Associated Medical Sciences Commencement Ceremony. Graduates, I know it's been a long road. You've persisted through the highs and the lows that come with earning a bachelor's or a master's degree. This is a truly phenomenal accomplishment that should make you very proud. I know I speak on behalf of so many of my colleagues at the University of Iowa when I say, we can't wait to see what you will do next. We know you'll take all that you've learned at Iowa with you as you go out into the world and do great things. You are our best and our brightest. We are counting on you because as new graduates in medical sciences, you have the opportunity to lead real change in our state, nation, and in our communities. The professional and intellectual skills you've gained at Iowa, your knowledge and expertise, are what we need to solve complex problems and create better lives for people today and in the future. As University of Iowa graduates, I know you are prepared to move forward to face the opportunities and challenges the future holds with newfound confidence and perseverance. Friends and family, I am happy you are here as well. You've encouraged and supported these graduates through the exciting but often stressful process of earning a medical sciences degree. Your devotion to them is so important, and I'm so pleased that you're able to help us celebrate. As your time at Iowa comes to a close, I want you to know that you are always part of the Hawkeye family. Please come back and see us, and come often. The faculty and staff who've supported you through your journey will not forget you. They will be thrilled to hear of your successes, and you will always be welcomed home. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Provost Tyne. Welcome to the May 2024 Carver College of Medicine Associated Medical Sciences Commencement Ceremony. I'm Dave Asprey, Associate Dean for Medical Education and Professional Programs, and Chair and Professor of the Department of Physician Assistant Studies and Services. Now, because this is a celebration, let's start the ceremony off on the right note by giving our graduates a celebratory round of applause, recognizing their amazing achievement. Great, thank you. That's the spirit. All right. So, after a couple of years of having been asked to serve as the MC for this event, I asked the planners why they wanted me to serve in this role. Now, much to my delight, they said that they thought I had an inspiring and compelling story to tell, and that many would be able to relate to me. Now, as I left that meeting, and I thought, isn't that great that they think that I am a noteworthy professional who has achieved at a very high level? And then I began to think a little more deeply about that, and it became clearer to me what they really wanted me to share with you. And that is to remain encouraged. Yes, some of our graduates today are will be achieving honors or even high honors. And to you, I say, that is awesome. Well done. And to those of you who have struggled just to get through your program as I did, I say to you, don't be discouraged, as you too may become a dean someday. So I would like to extend a very special welcome to each of the graduates, their families and friends. We are so glad that you are able to be with us this afternoon and to enjoy this wonderful celebration. Today we are celebrating the accomplishments of the students who are completing a Master's of Clinical Anatomy, a Master's of Clinical Nutrition, a Bachelor of Science degree in Nuclear Medicine Technology, and a Bachelor of Science degree in Radiation Sciences. Please know that each one of the Carver College of Medicine faculty and staff join with your families in sharing the excitement and the sense of pride as we acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments this afternoon. Now, please allow me to introduce the members of administration on the stage. Would you please briefly stand as I introduce you so the audience can easily identify you? Dr. Amanda Tyne, the Associate Provost for Graduate and Professional Education and Dean of the Graduate College. We are honored to have Dean Tyne confer the degrees this afternoon. Dr. Bruno Policini, the Krabenhoff Chair of Radiology, Clinical Professor and Department Executive Officer of the Department of Radiology. Dr. Mark Pizzamente, Associate Professor of Anatomy and Cell Biology and Co-Director of the Masters of Clinical Anatomy Program. Lori Kroyman, Director of the Masters of Clinical Nutrition Program. Stephanie Ellingson, Administrative Director of Radiation Sciences and Director of Diagnostic Medical Sonography Education. Jay Smith, Director of Nuclear Medicine Technology Education. Jared Stiles, Director of Radiation Therapy Education. Dr. Holly Bonfig-Becker, Director of Radiology Technology Education. Dr. Darren Hoffman, Associate Professor and Vice Chair for Education in the Department of Anatomy and Cell Biology. Dr. Catherine Mellon, Associate Professor of Instruction in the Department of Health and Human Physiology. And Jennifer Myers, Director of Radiation Sciences Office of Student Affairs. And I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the other faculty members who are with us today, and you have been instrumental in the role that you have shared with us in training this next generation of colleagues. Thank you for being here today. And finally, it would most certainly only be fitting to acknowledge the family members of the graduates. Parents, spouses, partners, siblings, grandparents, we know that you've played a profoundly important role in helping the graduates achieve this important milestone. Thank you for supporting them on this incredible journey. And now it is my pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Bruno Policini.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, proud parents, and most important, the Radiation Science, Nuclear Medicine Technology, Master of Clinical Anatomy, Master of Clinical Nutrition graduates. Your accomplishments today is not just a personal milestone, it is a testament to your hard work, dedication, and resilience. It is my distinguished honor and privilege to speak to you all today. I am excited and encouraged to see these bright graduates embarking on important careers in healthcare. As a critical member of the care team, you have a profound impact on the lives of those you serve, and let empathy be your guiding light as you participate in your patient's healthcare journey. I invite you to walk back with me to 4 years ago. The spring of 2020, classes began virtually. We witnessed an unprecedented global pandemic that changed how we behave and interact with each other and highlighted the necessity to be open to change. For example, a common phrase during the time of virtual classes and meetings was, "You're muted." It took me a while to remember to unmute myself before speaking. The last 4 years have shown us the need to build communities and support each other because change is a guarantee. As you embark on your professional career, remember that learning is a lifelong journey. I want to spend the rest of our time together reflecting on my perspectives regarding leadership and the need to foster positive and supportive communities, as I see them as important building blocks for your professional journey. Let's start with leadership. You are all leaders and can affect change. You may think differently, but let me share two quotes from two influential leaders, Donald McGannell and Steve Jobs. McGannell, former chairman of the Westinghouse Broadcasting Company, once stated, "Leadership is not a position or a title. It is an example and action." Jobs, the former Apple CEO, remarked, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do." So why is leadership important? We live in a constant changing world, and it is important for us to embrace change and help each other adapt it. We will adjust to change in different ways. Healthcare is a rapid change field. In my own career, I have witnessed a shift from paper medical records where we had to rely on handwriting to see patient notes to a world of electronic medical record, and now new artificial intelligence tools that listen to the consults between healthcare providers and the patients and generate the notes. That is impressive, exciting, and at the same time frightening. Are we going to be replaced by machines? That takes me to my second point, the importance of establishing a supportive and positive community. At the beginning of my time with you this afternoon, I mentioned empathy, to let it be the guiding light as you participate in your patient's healthcare journey. The definition in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary for empathy is the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of others. This is a human behavior and cannot be replaced. So my answer to the former question is, humans will not be replaced by computers. Artificial intelligence will add to what we do and make us better. But more than ever, empathy and human interactions are the ingredients to build strong teams that will embrace change and will build a positive community in a fast-paced world. So remember that what you do is vital to those around you, and how you do it will continue to change. Embrace and lead these opportunities to create a very environment for you, your colleagues, and your patients. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Go Hawks!
Thank you, Dr. Policini. Our next speaker is MJ Jorgenson. MJ is from Kansas City, Missouri, and is a member of the Masters of Clinical Nutrition graduating class. Please join me in welcoming MJ Jorgenson.
Hello, fellow graduates. My name is MJ, and I'm a member of the Master of Clinical Nutrition, class of 2024. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. And welcome, friends and family. I believe I can speak on behalf of all of the graduates when I say that it means a lot that you're here with us today. And it means a lot to me to be speaking to you. Well, look at us. We finally made it. The countdown is finally over. And yes, my class did have a countdown. The moment that we've been working so hard for is here. For some of us, this is the final leg in our journey, and a new exciting career awaits us. For others, this is but a stepping stone. But either way, we can check this off the list. But it's funny, isn't it? The way it felt like we were racing to get here. Let me explain. A few months ago, a classmate and I were discussing our potential future plans and where we might live. She exclaimed, "We can visit each other. It'll be just a quick flight." And I imagined what that might look like. Of course, we would exchange pleasantries, life updates, and perhaps talk about our new jobs. But ultimately, we would come back to this. We would say, "Remember when? Remember when we had no idea what the hell we were doing? Remember when we would get lost in the hospital trying to find our preceptor's office? Oh wait, maybe that was just me. Remember when we all missed that one question on the exam, the same one? Remember when we could barely handle one patient at a time? Remember when we were doing TikTok dances instead of charting on patients? Just kidding, we didn't do that. Remember when our classmate wrote an entire paper about food desserts instead of food deserts? Remember when we first really started to get the hang of things? Remember when we first realized we were nearing the end? I don't say this because I want you to dwell on the past, but as you embark on the next leg of your journey, remember to slow down and take in those moments, those seemingly insignificant moments. The ways that we made mundane tasks more fun, the times we would ask a silly question in class just to pass the time or get a laugh, and the ways we shared and celebrated each other's victories. These are the moments that we'll come back to again and again. And the best part is, there are more to come. As we reflect on the past, I want to talk about growth. Recently, a friend asked me if I was going to get imposter syndrome after I graduated. I thought, that's kind of a weird question, but also, joke's on you, because I already have it. But seriously, I think it's very common, especially for folks in healthcare, to feel that sense of anxiety and self-doubt, despite our efforts and performance saying otherwise. But as we've worked so tirelessly through our respective programs, we have all exhibited so much growth. At the beginning, we were those wide-eyed students in which giving a presentation or consulting a patient or reading and interpreting research felt so overwhelming and even daunting. There are times we were secretly praying our preceptors wouldn't ask for our input or that we wouldn't be called on in class. And look at us now. We've all had that moment where a friend, a family member, or the worst kind, a complete stranger, asks for our input on advice on something that pertains to our field. And now we can say, hey, I actually know this one. Sometimes I think, you know what? I might still get lost in the hospital, but let me tell you about nutrition recommendations for cancer treatment. And that's growth. As we look back, our struggles have become triumphs, and those moments that once filled us with pride will no longer be few and far between because our triumphs and victories have become more frequent and second nature. Remember this as you go forward. The next time you're faced with a daunting or overwhelming task, remind yourself that you can do this. You can overcome adversity and do the challenging things, even when it feels like you don't know anything, because you already have. And one day, that new and daunting task will feel just like riding a bike, and you will have so much growth to show for it. And while we're conquering those challenging things, I want you to also do good things. I know a typical graduation address should tell you to go out and change the world, but honestly, that feels a little far-fetched and cliche to me. No offense, but I don't think anyone in this room is gonna beat Caitlin Clark's shooting records. Instead, I want you, us, to do good in the world. Maybe this means putting in a little extra detail on a patient chart note because you know it'll help another provider, or perhaps kindly imparting guidance to that wide-eyed student that looks lost or defeated. Maybe it's checking in on a colleague that you know is having a hard week. But it doesn't necessarily have to be in the virtuous sense. If you have the opportunity to be a preceptor, be one that sets high standards and provides valuable and constructive feedback. If you're giving a lecture, make it one that people will remember. Whatever it is that you become, be a good one. Do good things. And lastly, if I may, to my cohort, I just want to say, I will miss you. This is embarrassing. But I'm looking forward to reminiscing with you someday soon and seeing how much you've grown and the good things that you've done. Congratulations, class of 2024. We did it.
Thank you, MJ. I'm looking forward to reading that food dessert paper, actually. Our next speaker, Alexandra Hodell, is a member of the Nuclear Medicine Technology graduating class and the Radiation Sciences Student Organization. Please join me in welcoming Alexandra.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm graduating from the Nuclear Medicine program, and as you can tell, I have the honor of giving you guys a little speech. And I had a different speech written up until last night, actually, but I've decided to do something kind of completely different, so sorry, Jenny. But I kind of want to start out saying that the past couple of weeks, I have been completely fine. I wasn't scared to speak, I wasn't sad about graduating, I was actually excited. Until last night. Last night, I was worrying about how stupid my speech was going to sound. I was so worried that you guys were going to look at me and think, why did anyone choose her? Like, why is this girl speaking? And then I kind of realized that that's how all of us feel every single day. We walk into a room and we stutter while talking to a patient, and in the back of our heads, we're like, oh my God, this person thinks I'm so unqualified, probably. And I thought this because every grad speech out there says something like, you know, this is the start of your life, this is the beginning, etc. But for us, the beginning of our careers was really 2 or 3 years ago when we started our programs. Because once you start your program, you get the privilege of feeling unqualified every day. Because learning healthcare is hard. Learning healthcare really makes you question if you are good enough. So instead of reciting an inspirational speech about this magical journey, I instead wanted to remind each and every one of us that not only did you make it, but you are good enough. Whether each and every one, whether you got all A's or struggled through classes, whether you were best friends with your techs or they acted like you weren't even there, whether you're about to take your boards or have already taken them, whether you've already found a job or you're still looking, you are good enough. And when you walk into your new job in your fresh new scrubs, trying to put on that aura of confidence, I want you to remember that you are good enough. And I want to remember the staff that hopefully made each and every one of us feel like we were good enough. And while I hope we all have someone in mind when I say this, I would like to take a second and talk about someone in my program that did a really good job at making me feel like I was good enough, and I think he did a really good job at making all of the students in my program feel good enough. While a lot of people treat students as a blockade to getting things done, this person was perfectly fine spending 3 hours in a hot room with radioactive material if it meant that the student got to learn that day. This person is also perfectly fine with lecturing for 3 hours while his students are telepathically trying to strangle him. This person is our radiopharmacist, Nick. When my hand was shaking because drawing up syringes with one hand is hard, Nick made me feel good enough. When I was on the verge of breaking down in Nick's office before our first final, Nick made me feel good enough. And on the last day of clinic, when I had to say goodbye, I fully realized how grateful I was to have someone make me feel good enough. So I hope wherever we all end up, we can all find someone that makes us feel good enough. I also hope that we will all be like Nick and be the one that makes others feel good enough too. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex, and I will say that I think your comments were most certainly good enough. Our next speaker that I am going to invite to the podium is Dr. Mark Pizzamente. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Pizzamente to the podium.
Thank you for the introduction, Dean Asprey. Congratulations, graduates. It gives me great pleasure to be here today celebrating your remarkable achievements. As faculty, we are filled with a profound sense of admiration and pride. Each one of you has traveled a unique path, overcoming obstacles, embracing challenges, and dedicating countless hours to reach this significant milestone. We would challenge you to compare yourself, or to compare your former self before you started your program with your current self. Throughout your journey, you have no doubt changed. Changed your perspective, changed your knowledge base, changed your goals. As you celebrate today, reflect on your chosen career. Reimagine what is driving you to serve, to lead, and to contribute. As graduates of the Carver College of Medicine, you are well poised to effect change. What does change mean? Well, sometimes change emerges at us, like new technology or artificial intelligence. Adapting to new technology or new systems or new approaches will continue to be part of your journey. Change can also present through the processes, the alterations that impact the way that you might be doing your new or current job. The knowledge, skills, and attitudes that have shaped your individual experiences here at the University of Iowa have prepared you for those challenges. When you chose your career, you very likely had a strong sense that you wanted to help others. Each of you came here because you wanted to change healthcare. This is a noble goal, and hold steadfast in moving toward it. We would also like to remind you that seemingly small things can often have a large change in your current and/or future patients. I'm not a clinician, but hopefully a parallel anecdote will serve to illustrate my point. Early in my career, I experienced an interaction with a student that continues to resonate in me. The importance of how we approach our professional lives in the service of others. I was teaching a high school course and found myself chatting with a student about her experiences and why she came to be completing the course during the summer session. Summer is often the semester when students remediate courses with which they struggled. She shared with me how family hardships, a disdain for science courses, and how personal struggles had impacted her life and school. I was totally taken aback. In class, she was eager to do the experiments. She participated. She asked questions. In addition, she had done extremely well on the unit exam. I complimented on her progress to date, her eagerness to be involved, and then asked her what was different. She said that she had found interest in concepts that previously were unexciting, and that I had told her, quote, "You can do it," end quote. Although I don't remember telling her that, I did recall seeing the joy on her face when she was completing an experiment in class. But what stood out for me at that time, and still now, is that we seldomly get to know the life story of those with whom we interact, and that our approaches to interactions can impact change. Although we may not handle all interactions as positively as we should, and I know personal experience has taught me that, it is important to be mindful of the small things. Remember, a great trust is placed in you to work with your patients and, even if only briefly, connect to make a positive change to their healthcare journey. Treat each patient as a unique individual deserving of empathy, dignity, and respect. From the moment you embarked on this journey, you accepted that responsibility to serve humanity with compassion, integrity, and excellence. In short, to effect positive change. Continue to embrace lifelong learning. Medical science is ever evolving, and it is imperative that you remain curious, adaptable, and open-minded. Never shy away from embracing change. But above all, remember your power to make impactful changes in the lives of others because you are good enough. As you leave the University of Iowa, do so with courage, conviction, and an unwavering belief in your abilities. And as you do, know that you carry with you the collective hopes, dreams, and aspirations of all of those here with you and those of us on stage that have supported you along the way. Congratulations, graduates, and go Hawks. And now please welcome back Associate Provost Tyne for the conferral of the master's degrees. Will the candidates for the Master of Clinical Anatomy degree and the Master of Clinical Nutrition degree please rise? Associate Provost Tyne, these candidates, having completed all of the requirements for the degree of Master of Clinical Anatomy and Master of Clinical Nutrition, are recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of these degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Master of Clinical Anatomy and Master of Clinical Nutrition as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
Will the Master of Clinical Anatomy and Master of Clinical Nutrition graduates please come forward to receive formal recognition? Please welcome Dr. Darren Hoffman as he presents the Master of Clinical Anatomy graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Pizzamenti. The master's degree candidates will receive the green College of Medicine hood to complete their commencement costume. We would now like to recognize each graduate individually. The Master of Clinical Anatomy graduates are Alec Pierce Martikoff, Emily Pajazetovich, Congratulations. Please welcome Lori Kroyman for the hooding of the Master of Clinical Nutrition graduates and Dr. Catherine Mellon as she presents the Master of Clinical Nutrition graduates.
The Master of Clinical Nutrition graduates are Madison Reed Coyne, Kylie Sierra Haug, Mary Carolyn Jorgenson, Brenna Christine Meyer, Sydney Lewis Rottinghouse, Hannah K. Sorrell, Kristen Alice Twynham, Sierra May Weldon, Alejandro Zarate, Please welcome Associate Provost Tyne and Stephanie Ellingson for the conferral of the bachelor's degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medicine Technology and Radiation Sciences please rise? Associate Provost Tyne, these candidates, having completed all of the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medicine Technology and Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences, are recommended to you by the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine for the conferring of these degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the Carver College of Medicine, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medicine Technology and Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
Thank you, Associate Provost Tyne. The turning of the tassel is the traditional gesture by which each student signifies passage from degree candidate to graduate. Now, before we recognize you individually, please mark your new status as graduates of the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine by moving your tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side. Congratulations. Will the Bachelor of Science graduates please come forward to receive your formal recognition? Please welcome Jennifer Myers as she presents the Bachelor of Science graduates. Please also welcome Jay Smith.
We would like to recognize each graduate individually. The Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medicine Technology graduates are Jordan Paul Bibby. Brianna Rose Buckley. Aurora Del Christner. Abigail Marie Farrington. Alexandra Kelly Hodell. Emma Grace Mask. Sinclair Marie Opedal. Kylie Marie Steffensmeyer. Please welcome back Stephanie Ellingson. The Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences Diagnostic Medical Sonography graduates are Olivia Mae Anderson. Catherine Elizabeth Armstrong. Taylor Ann Bolin. Alexa Irene Fontana. Bethany Noel Foster. Miranda Lee Johansson. Hannah Johnson. Emily Krall. Melissa Malone. Olivia Grace Moore. Samantha Lisette Wen. Trisha Inkyung Park. Madison K. Patton. Hannah Ashley Thomas. Please welcome Jared Stiles. The Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences, Radiation Therapy graduates are Gianna Marie Bernardi. Carter Nicole Brown. Carly Jo Calvin. Emma Cotant. Peyton Catherine Lang. Morgan Marie Sterrett. Jared Scott Wolfpool. Please welcome Dr. Holly Bonfig Becker. The Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences, Radiologic Technology graduates are Jessica Sarah Antonini. Sierra Lynn Bauer. Erin Jody Daly. Alyssa Rose Francois. Cassidy Lynn Hayak. Abigail Carol Hughes. Marin Huss. Paige Christina Hyde. Julia K. Kubasek. Bailey Nicole Longnecker. Natalie Phyllis Martin. McLeod. Peyton Murray Preston. Mackenzie Elizabeth Rich. Lexi Olivia Shutters. Taylor Marie Whirl. The Bachelor of Science in Radiation Sciences, RT to BS online graduate is Samantha Marie Cole. Congratulations to all of the graduates. Let's give them a round of applause.
Well, this has most certainly been a beautiful ceremony, aptly recognizing the accomplishments of the graduates this afternoon. We know that you have had to work very hard to persevere at times when you felt perhaps like giving up, that you have spent hundreds of hours to hone your skills in order to become a health professional and a critical member of the healthcare team. As a university, we take great pride in our graduates and are excited to welcome you to the ranks of the Carver College of Medicine alumni. Now, at this point, I could spend several minutes encouraging our graduates to blaze their own path, to be true to themselves, to be the person that only they can be, to take the path less traveled. But seeing how all of you showed up here today wearing the same black gown and hat, this may not be the time to remind you that individuality is the key to success. Or I could also at this point go on about the importance of the ceremony and how amazing each group of graduates are. But I was once provided with sage advice from a colleague speaking at a commencement. And he let me know that speaking at a commencement is a lot like being a corpse at the funeral. It's critically important that you be there, but no one wants to hear you speak. So with that wise counsel, instead I will close our ceremony by simply saying, colleagues, friends, and family, allow me the distinct pleasure of officially presenting to you the graduates of the class of 2024. They are among the brightest, most talented, and compassionate healthcare providers in the country. Graduates, our state and nation are fortunate to receive you as their future healthcare providers. Today, it is an honor for me to welcome you as colleagues. Congratulations.